after I've lied and told the whole world I'm okay and I'm happy. It's a lie. I thought maybe I said that enough. Maybe I might become happy because I've been in denial. I've been in shock. I am traumatized.
Late last night, the audio recording from the latest conservatorship hearing for Britney Spears was released, and quite honestly, she has never sounded more like herself. During the hearing, Britney detailed and exposed everyone who took part in this unnecessary control over her, and she made some very good points as to why it should end with no further evaluations. I'm going to get into all the details in just a moment, but first, if you could do us a big favor and please tap that like button, we'd really appreciate it. And with that out of the way, let's begin.
I just want my life back, and it's been 13 years, and it's enough. It's been a long time since I've owned my money, and it's my wish and my dream for all of this to end without being tested.
Yesterday, Britney Spears appeared in court remotely to speak out against her conservatorship that has truly taken over her life and estate. In this hearing, Britney had time to cover a lot of things, from her therapy sessions to her strained relationship with her father, and it all felt so surreal to finally hear Britney speak openly about what's truly been going on. While on the call, Spears pleaded with LA Judge Brenda Penny to help her end this conservatorship that was originally granted in 2008 and over the years has continued to be extended. If you'd like to read the entire transcript, we will actually be sure to put that down in the description below. But for today, let's cover some of the key highlights from the hearings to bring you up to speed. The first big thing that really hit home for me at least was Britney comparing her situation to being sex trafficked. Her family had created a custom rehab program for her at a small home in Beverly Hills. According to Spears, all of her possessions, including her credit card, phone, and passport, were all taken away. What's worse is that while at this rehab program, they took the door off of her room. During her stay, she said that staff and nurses would constantly watch her even while she was changing. She goes on to say, "I packed my bags and went to that place. I worked 7 days a week, no days off, which in California, the only similar thing to this is called sex trafficking, making anyone work against their will." Another mind-blowing moment was when Britney accused her father of actually enjoying having this control over her. She said that he'd listened to her cry on the phone for an hour and loved every moment, adding, "The control he had over someone as powerful as me, he loved the control to hurt his own daughter 100,000%. After refusing to do a string of shows in Las Vegas, her family began calling Britney's therapist and telling lies about how she wasn't taking her medication and that she was refusing to cooperate in rehearsals. 3 days after saying no to more Vegas shows, her therapist sat her down in a room and said that he had a million phone calls about her behavior. He then immediately put her on lithium out of nowhere. She describes the effects and lack of control, saying, "He put me on that and I felt drunk. I couldn't even have a conversation with my mom or dad really about anything." Not to mention her family had also set her up to be exposed to the paparazzi even when they were sending her to get help. She had requested that a therapist come to her home because it would be more private, but they insisted on sending her to a place in Westlake where the paparazzi could just sit outside and snap photos of her crying as she left. She then proceeds to tell the judge that she is petitioning for the conservatorship to end without any evaluation. In the call, she is quoted as saying, "They only gave me 2 options for therapists, and I'm not sure how you make your decisions, ma'am, but this is the only chance for me to talk to you for a while. I need your help, so if you can just kind of let me know where your head is. I don't really honestly know what to say, but my requests are just to end the conservatorship without being evaluated. I want to petition basically to end the conservatorship, but I don't want to be evaluated and be sat in a room with people 4 hours a day like they did me before. And they made it even worse for me after that happened." In addition to ending the conservatorship, Britney also mentioned that she was most likely going to be suing her family as well. She said that they had benefited from her silence and lived off of her conservatorship for far too long. Her family would be allowed to do these interviews where they could talk so openly about her situation, but when Britney wanted to speak up, she was told by her own people that she couldn't. You really heard this need for her to speak up in her voice as well, and especially when she told the judge that she didn't want this call to end because she knows the moment that it's over, it's back to being told no all of the time. Britney also really exposed how terribly set up the conservatorships are, and this statement may actually lead to the law changing. In her hearing, Britney spoke further about how corrupt the conservatorships can become. She's quoted as saying, "The conservatorship from the beginning, once you see someone, whoever it is, in the conservatorship making money, making them money, and myself money and working, that whole statement right there, the conservatorship should end. I shouldn't be in a conservatorship if I can work and provide money and work for myself and pay other people. It makes no sense. The laws need to change. What state allows people to own another person's money and account and threaten them and saying, you can't spend your money unless you do what we want you to do, and I'm paying them?" Which is so true, and the real reason Britney didn't speak up about this before is because she thought that no one would believe her. She said that people would make fun of her or laugh and say she's lying, she's got everything, she's Britney Spears, which is also the perfect cover for the people who want to control Britney Spears. She adds, "I've been so angry and I cry every day. It concerns me. I'm told I'm not allowed to expose the people who did this to me." In her final closing statements, Britney mainly spoke about wanting to move forward and actually be able to get married and have a baby. Because believe it or not, but that was controlled as well. She actually described having an IUD birth control device in her body that her management refused to let her remove, even though she insisted that she wanted to try and have another baby. In closing, she said to the court, "I deserve to have a life. I've worked my whole life. I deserve to have a 2 to 3 year break and just, do what I want to do." But we would love to hear your thoughts on all of this though, so make sure you drop us a comment down below. And while you do that, I'm going to check out some of your comments from the video titled Top 10 Celebrities You Didn't Know Had Depression. Jules Boslow says, "Unfortunately, depression is just one of those things you can't see, so no one will know you have it until you open up. This is why you should be kind. You never know what people are going through, especially celebrities." Yeah, people like to look at celebrities like they're these untouchable gods, and they're rich and they're privileged and they're this and they're that. They're human as well. They're going through the exact same thing that every other normal human being is going through. Angela Kerr says, "T-Pain changed music for good. I appreciate this video, y'all. Thank you." Anytime, Angela, and we love doing videos like this where we can just, spread some good information and let people know that celebrities are more than just celebrities, really. Angela Bender says, "My heart goes out to Johnny Depp. He's been through hell. I pray for him to get peace. Depression is no joke. We gotta support one another." I mean, there's no better time to support one another, and just because it's a celebrity, like I keep saying again and again and again, just because it's a celebrity doesn't mean that they don't need mental health support. We have to, like you said, look out for one another. Eliza Loring says, "I love this. Can you make more videos like this about celebrities who struggle with mental health, like bipolar or psychosis or personality disorders?" Eliza, we will certainly look into that for you. Trump Entertainment says, "The Rock has depression and he isn't on this list." There's only 10 points, Trump, so perhaps we will do another list and I'll get to The Rock on that one, but I appreciate your comment. Either way, guys, that has been today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I've been your host, Johnny Rogers, and until next time, stay classy, YouTube, or at least try.